Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Blippy back here with another episode of Vampyr. If you remember, we just killed a werewolf. He kicked our ass, but then we kicked his ass. It's could be a female, I don't know. But we eventually won, and then we spent all of our experience points on not our ultimate, so we're a little bit behind. So we got to gain some experience, but we got to head up to Whitechapel to see who's blackmailing Lady Ashbury. So let's go. Great movie. What is it? Don't Mess with the Zohan. So let's go. I love that movie. Run, 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 run. Missed you. Sodium hydrochloride solution. See? I can pronounce stuff good. Still crazy? Yep. Oh, I thought I saw something shiny over here. Run, 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 run. Enter at your own risk. Ooh, serious district status. Interesting. I'm gonna do the whole walkthrough like I'm a tough gangster in this one. What? What'd you say? Oh, shit! Give me that food. Yeah, their level definitely increased. Oh my goodness. Jesus. These guys kick. Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to read in the middle of combat. Good thing I killed him. That guy was really tough. Look at, he brought like my health halfway down. What a dick. Yay! Alright, so I don't want to go the right way first, so let's go up here. He does look gangster when he walks like that. Hey! Stay. Stay. I'm waiting for him to like bounce off something and just wig out. Oh well. Okay, these are not happy. They're people though. Resistances. A little bit of melee. Really resistance against weapons. Not resistance. Resist. Yeah, that word. Against shadow and blood attacks. Alright. Alright, let's go around this way. See if I missed anything. That's the way I just came, so I'm going to do this. Okay, they're all through here, so I'm just going to have to go through them eventually. Maybe they'll think I'm like a person. Maybe if I just do this. Like, hey, I'm just a human being.
Best be moving on.
I'm moving. I'm just a normal human being.
Speak English, do ya?
Yep. I speak English. Da 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 da. Alright, so you can, like, actually just get right through him. I don't know if I should level up with him, though. Let me see if I can't sneak attack this dude. Oh yeah, they're a lot easier. Oh! Yum 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 yum. Yeah, give me that XP. That was pretty impressive. Not really sure what's in here. Shillings. Scary music. Maybe it's just shillings. Slow creaking door. Alright, I guess it's just shillings. Can I get up there? Too bad you can't, like... There's only, like, certain spots you can do it. You can't just do it wherever you want. Like, if I, like, pointed up there, I couldn't just, like... You know? Dead inside. Oh, crap!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year. When did you join the guard?
Yeah, when did you join the guard?
First patrol.
That guy has like a sword.
It's closed.
That guy has a shotgun.
It's locked all right. Bastard!
He's still shooting at me.
Filthy! Watch it! He's a killer!
You dang right I am. Thanks for the shillings, boys. That takes me all the way up in there. I'm sure I'll eventually have to go up in there somehow. See what's over here first. Don't mind me.
Better go home, sir.
Okay.
Chap, step away now! Allowed. Turn around, sir.
I did. crap. Oh, his name is The Wall. Oh my goodness. Look at that dodge. Gimme, 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 gimme. Ooh, close and up. Personal. Goodness. That was like a mini boss. Good thing it came this way. That guy didn't like me. Whoa.
It's locked.
Well, you're a vampire. Use your mind control on it. Or not. Whee! Well, that's locked too. Did I get everything? Oh, there's light coming out of that one. Oh. It's a reflection. Oh, come on. Man, not dissing the guy again. Come on. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some. Okay, he wasn't as hard as the other one. Either that, or I'm just that much better. Common trigger part, 6 bullets. Grease and a screw. I'm always in the mood. I mean, what? Good stuff. Okay, so I need to go left. And then left again. Walking in like a badass.
Whitechapel.
Jesus, it scared me.
This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fella.
Yeah. I already don't like him, because I can't pronounce his name. Maximize my health a little bit. And this is what happens when you explore. A large box of pills. There we go. Maxed out health. Now I just need some rats. Oh, it's not a good thing.
Fuck you all! Fuck you all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it!
Oh, I came in. This is not me on purpose walking. This is the game making me walk. Okay. You okay, bud? I know you just got shot.
Are you alright?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
I don't know, the last person that was mean to me, Albert, with a mesmerized level of 1, did not end so well.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
You're being manipulated by these criminals. What's worse is that you're clever enough to know better.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I've a future here.
Investigation succeeded. Alright.
Goodbye, young man.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Uh-huh. That's what I said when I was young, too. Now look at me.
Someday you'll understand. You wait. What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Interesting.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broken. My son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live. This is where I live now.
So this is where you've always lived, is what he meant to say.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Go digging in the trash some more.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
What the heck is a lovey? Hideout. Oh. Blackmail. Blackmail. Every time you say blackmail, you gotta say it. Blackmail. This is the only way, isn't it? No? That's the way I want to go. Because the right way, the first way, is the wrong way. Let me talk to you.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Dang your hints.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of...
Oops. Got codeine. Opium. I can find all this stuff around.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith.
I want to go the wrong way first, which is down here. See if there's anything. Like rats? Oh, yummy, 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 yummy.
This is despicable.
Come on, eat the other one. There he is. Go get him, boy.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I love getting stuck on random stuff. Oh, I thought that was shiny. Nothing down here? Oh yeah, there is. More screws and grease. That guy's a pretty good sprinter. I'll give him that.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
What's down here? Another dead guy. Let's make our way to the mark. Hello?
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Investigate the area. Petrescu's actions. Okay. We will find a way into that house, and you will find time for me.
I cannot enter.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, okay. Ah.
There's no one in.
Boop. Dorothy Crane, right there. Unknown. I don't like that. How do I get around this? Put an end to the blackmail plot against Lady Ashbury. Okay, well, that must be like the mission circle, so I don't want to leave that. Huh.
Even flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about
I don't like to know my
I don't
competition.
Like to talk about competition.
competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
No, still locked. This is a little bit of a bugger. Found a trail. Some sort of coupon for free medical exam. Whitechapel. The flyer written in English, remaining the owners of the voucher invited. I was gonna ask for Dorothea. Or is Dorothy and Dorothy Crane the same person? She also the blackmail lady. Okay, so investigate his actions.
The Swanborough
Whoop. Bronchitis.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
New hint
I must
available.
talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Nearby the church. What?
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
Welcome,
Don't be
sir.
afraid.
Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
What you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Ah. Probably skulls.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Joe Peterson, I got a hint on you. I'm Barrett Lewis. I'm talking to Barrett Lewis.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Another hint on Dorothy crying. Let's see what you got to
Right.
trade.
Show me what you have.
Tiny good handle part. What can I trade? I forgot I had Clay's hatchet. Is there any junk? Good. Bottle of cheap gin. Cigarette case, good resale value. That's good for now. Find Richard Nithercroft and Clayton Darby.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson's son, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
This guy's not nice.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You are a criminal who endorses criminal activity. The least you could do is stop hiding behind this pretense.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Ooh. Ooh.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
For the best.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Who are you talking to?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
I don't get it.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly, but it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Who's this dude yelling at?
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologise, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Why you gotta be so weird, man?
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Holy Crusade.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
Well, you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Damn.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
They're making religion look terrible in this game.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher, a small-time Torquemada, the Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
I have no idea what he meant by half of that stuff.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses. but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Couldn't agree more. Nah, I'm just joking.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
I don't like this dude. Oh, level 5. Come on.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Are you Clayton? You look like a journalist to me.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
So, I'm not going to be racist or anything, and this game might be a little bit racist. But this guy has the same voice as the only other black guy in this game. Just saying that now. Like, is it the game? Yeah.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out.
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Richard Nethercott. Find the mailbox and a letter. Whee!
You look so pale, my lord. Would you like me to...
Oop. Is there really nothing up here? What a waste. Flower bouquet. Small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup. Ouch. Aww.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Indubitably.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know
She's
it
the
will
mute
think
girl with the... Okay.
tall, strange
Connection!
It's a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
I should eat her. Perhaps next time in British. Hey, don't you be looking at me with that baton. Or knife. Whatever that is. I believe I went the wrong way. Sorry, Mr. Guy with the baton. Or do I have to? No, I have to go the long way around. Let's go the long way around. I think there's a song, isn't it? A long way around or something? I don't know.
No protection against malevolence and trickery.
There we go. I'm smart. I'm pilot. I'm fly. Oh, there's two of them. There's three of them. That's not good. Get off of me. Hey, hey, hey! Oh, crap, crap, crap! Well, how come my number 1 wasn't working? That's crazy. It wasn't healing me. I don't like that. You have been defeated. Thanks, dick. See if I can't draw him away a little bit. No, that didn't work, did it? Yeah, I did a lot better that time. Takes a little bit to get used to. I gotta remember to dodge. Like after I'm done like biting someone, I really gotta remember to dodge, because or else another one will jump on my back, and that sucks. Just in case. Well, this guy's preaching to the dead over here.
An angel made flesh, I tell you.
Editor refusal letter. Look at that.
Oh, Camellia, the silent flower.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Ooh, I got two hints.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration?
Must be
in
doing
one
something right.
genre?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were, and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear doctor.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found.
Cacophonic.
Now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
I feel like every English teacher I've ever had would enjoy this game just to read the dialogue. Cacophonic? Never heard of that word in my life.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Another hint for Darius. So we're good.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Nope, I can go this way. Oh, sorry about your headstone. I'll leave a few shillings later. Yikes. I got that strong left foot. Right foot, not so good. Left foot, watch out.
Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Very well. Goodbye, then.
She told me everything I needed to know. In her gaming eyes, I could tell just what she was thinking. Find a way to Petrescu's house.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of...
You again? What do you want this time?
Stop messing with him. Oh.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Haha. See? I broke it up.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Although with that voice, I might beat him up too.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Dang it.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Potter.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Hook, line, sinker. What kind of shit can I steal? You didn't see that. A vampire. He has bronchitis. Don't I have something to heal bronchitis? Oh, no, I have to make it a workstation, don't I? Dang it. I think gin cures bronchitis, doesn't it? I'm like taking all the medicine she gives away for free.
It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu. I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
Oh.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man, who only has memories of better times to cherish.
Don't be embarrassed, son. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. But I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Cue Hitler.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Yikes.
Did you refuse to publish Richard Nethercott's previous works, Darius?
Yes, his manuscript is as pompous as he is starched. Now there's a man who loves the sound of his own voice.
You could have told him so.
As a great writer recently said, politeness is the most acceptable hypocrisy.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
I understand like half these conversations. coughing on me. Give me your meds. And all these hints for her.
I need help.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
Whoops.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
He's a skull, or turning into a skull, I bet. Sorry,
I doubt
buddy.
you're here to test my bedside manners. So what do I owe this courtesy?
A lot of coding for a lady.
This is an unfitting place for the illustrious.
It's locked.
You shouldn't be here. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
New citizens available to kill. Oh. The district will soon suffer the consequence. Hey, wait a second. I didn't even kill anybody.
It's locked, all right.
Uh-oh.
This one stinks already.
Don't mind me while you're bent over. And stun. And eat. Missed. Oh, no. Too easy. GG. Oh. Level 12. Brawler. Rookie. Cadet. Let's take out the Brawler first.
This is no place for you, sir. Cross the lead! Inhuman! Kill it! Watch out for that tree! No! No! Oh God,
It's getting easier. Whoop. What did I just do?
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Whoops. Report to Lady Ashbury. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's back at the hospital. Alright. Is everyone bad on here, or is it just that area? Just that area. Good. I took the long way around. Actually, I'm gonna go to this hideout. I haven't been there yet.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Oh, I'm not even close.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Okay, he was just here. Ah! Found it. Usually a bunch of stuff in these hideouts, that's why I like to do it. I like to get into them. Look at all this room for activities. See? A lot of stuff. A lot of dead people. That's true. Kind of a big deal. Goodness. There's the workbench. What can we, light blood serum, regenerate 60 blood points instantly. I can do that. Don't really need that though. Pneumonia? Bronchitis? Can cure the cold. Fatigue. Sepsis. Can't do pneumonia anymore. All good. I like to have one of each just in case I come across a person I feel is worth saving. These doors to outside. So I need to go all the way back to the hospital. Run, run, run. Baby, I've got a plan. Some old Kanye. Kanyezel. Straight across. A lot of dialogue in this game. Wasn't expecting it.
Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Oh, man. Not what I was expecting. I should have got my ultimate back there. There's two of them. Oh! Yum, 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 yum. Ooh, good shot. Not gonna lie. Alright, let's go kill this dude. Oh, that's the other one, okay. Wow, he's really hitting me with that. Jesus. Actually, not too hard. Now watch me just get owned. Oh, I'm in a corner. I'm in a corner. This isn't good. I think he just shot his boy. What the? Where did this dude just come from? Oh. There, let me eat you. That dude came out of nowhere. Didn't give me anything. Watery, sturdy blood sample. Good. Now, where was I going? Now I had to whoop your asses. Look at you. Looking all stupid. All dead and shit. What's in here? Ah, this is the place that only had the shillings. Note to self. Don't go back into that place. think I did pretty well in that fight. I got cornered there at the end that kind of scared me a little bit. Thought they were just going to beat the crap out of me. That stamina boost has really helped me out. There we go. Jesus. She looks disappointed.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
So in the end, the accusation was true, wasn't it?
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you
That's
have
it?
an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So I drank someone's blood.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
A lot of dialogue.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Let's go analyze some blood. It's upstairs. Analyze. Increase the stamina gesture rate by 50%. I like it. Don't have any watery, brisk blood sample though. Ooh, brisk iced tea. Now I'm gonna do it for
Razvan
that.
Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Alright. Time to get an ultimate. Use control and let the beast take over for a short time. So to all enemies around you, it strikes them with fierce blue. Okay, I'm turned on by that one. Vortex at your target's feet, coming to life. The shadows interrupt. Alright, inflict tremendous damage. Focus your power to boil your target's blood, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. Huh. This one does 600 shadow damage. I feel like I already have a bunch of melee damage though already in my skills. This one's blood, this one's shadow. You create a shadow vortex at your target's feet. Coming to life, the shadows interrupt an enemy in the area and inflict tremendous damage. I feel like I don't have any shadow damage. But I kind of like blowing people up too. $230 damage. Alright, let's just go with the shadow one for now. Nice. What else can we do? Oh, good. I do use that quite often, so even in battle, to heal myself. 450 more points. I don't think we can do much more. Increase the damage inflicted when using bite. Yeah, 2,000, yeah. Alright, I'll just save up the extra 450. Major district events. Disappearances in Whitechapel. Critical? Wow. I should probably go heal some of these people. Fatigue, fatigue, fatigue. Cold. Bronchitis. Yikes. Pembroke's good, at least. Except for you, Claycox. You're dead. Oh, it's the docks. You know what, this might be just because I just started here. So, we'll do that next time, though. But yeah, I'm definitely going to call it there. Did a lot, that was a lot of dialogue. It was a pretty long stream, or a pretty long recording, so... yeah, so I'll probably do another video tomorrow night. Hope you guys subscribe, hope you comment. But other than that, you guys have a good night. Take care.